But at the same time, I understand the fans' frustrations with losing all their top players. All the jerseys they have are no longer relevant because their jerseys are all leaving.
All right. You wanted to bring something up, Lance?
Yeah, so this back and forth, before we get into the Rockets, this back and forth I had last night with a listener who I've known for a long time. And it was about the Rockets, and it was about Houston Astros on Instagram. I shared this with you. They posted – it's a post of all these young players and guys who are in the minor leagues, and it says, quote, just getting started. The comments on it are not great. They're not ideal. And this is a team that's won a lot of games, but it really doesn't matter. You can be great you can have the greatest run in Houston sports history, and once you're no longer a viable champion, you're going to start taking bullets. And, they're unhappy with Jim Crane. I mean, they just are. Let's see. So immediately under it said, how about trade Dana instead? Oh, my God, how cooked are we? These dudes really shelled out $100 million for a second closer, but want to watch our cornerstone third baseman and generational right fielder walk. Pretty bad timing, social media team. Disastrous posts. Ain't going to work, y'all. Where's Loperfido? Say goodbye to everybody, LMFAO. Just fell to my knees outside of an HEB. Once again, these are videos. This is a post of like 6 different minor league players, like young players, guys like Whitcomb. Well, there's no Chaz's in there, and, they're young players, but not like Yainer Diaz not in there. A young guy post, it's over. If you trade Tucker, I'm quitting this team. Interesting person to use for the first picture. The amount of money that Crane's made off the fans for 7 straight years of record ticket sales, merchandising sales, is astounding, yet he refuses to put that money back in the club and field a winning team. Truly infuriating.
That's so wrong.
No amount of fluffing up our subpar
you can say
prospects.
all this stuff, but it's wrong. Okay? They got the 5th highest payroll in the game last year. What are you talking about?
Is it this year?
Yeah, they're going to they're going to be up there. Yeah, they're going to be up there.
Will they be in the top 10? Payroll-wise?
I don't know that. We have to see how this
because that's nothing to be bragging about.
We have to see how the offseason unfolds.
Are you going to change your tune if they are sitting there at 8 to 10?
They've been one of the biggest spenders in the game.
I know they have moving forward. Now, I don't see, to me, I just want a smart, well-run organization. I mean, that's all. I want teams that recognize, hey, if we're going to do this model, then we have to trade guys a little earlier so we maximize our value in return. If we're going to do the grow our own model and team control model, then you better be smart enough to understand that you have to move certain players to bolster your talent pool. You can't do both. You can't say we're staying with everyone forever. That's what Drayton McClain tried to do. Stay with everyone forever and then let them all walk. Well, if you do that, you're not going to have the talent pool. I mean, you have to be elite as a drafter, an evaluator of talent, and a developer of talent. And you got to have some luck too. Let's face it. A lot of this is just kind of luck on hitting on certain guys and staying away from injuries. So this isn't the mode they're using is fine. I'm okay with it, and I'm okay with process. I understand process brings championships. Not just money, not just throwing money doesn't just bring championships. But at the same time, I understand the fans' frustrations with losing all their top players. All the jerseys they have are no longer relevant because their jerseys are all leaving. Except Jordan. Your Jordan and Altuve's are okay. The rest of your jerseys, gone.
That's all right. I mean, and they kept on winning. Listen,
but it's not all right.
The thing is, it's not all right. Not to the fans.
It's not. You say it's all right, but it's not to the fans.
It's not to them.
Yeah.
You can listen to how they're
reacting.
reacting.
Wait a minute. Which was the wrong decision that they made?
You know what, I'm just telling you what I'm telling you the
I
fans are
understand
turning.
that, but what was the wrong decision?
I would say letting Bregman go is going to be the wrong decision.
Well, okay, I'm with you on that.
If you don't trade Kyle Tucker, it's the wrong decision.
Okay, but how many how many years do you want? I mean, I appreciate it, and I appreciate. Listen, I don't want to see Bregman go. I don't. I think he's the heart of the team. I think he gives the work ethic. He's so focused. Fire. He's zeroed in all the time on baseball, and you need that in your locker room. And the dude, I think he's underrated for what he has meant to this organization. I'm with you on this one. The thing is, do you want to get away from your philosophy of years and contract years?
Well, at some point you're going to have to break philosophy. You're going to have to make it. You don't fundamentally change, but you can have a one-off. It's okay to have a one-off. It's okay to have a one-off. And this would be one of those times. If you can get to a 7th year, you may need to do that. It's not ideal, but if you want to keep this window open, that you just seem like I'm okay with taking a step back taking one step back to take 2 steps forward. Lance is okay with it. I don't think Astros fans are okay with it. So and I feel like the way Dana talks and Jim Crane talk, they don't think they're kind of Drayton-y. They're not looking, hey, this is all, we got everything we need right here. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Well, if that's how you're going to be, then you better keep one of your cornerstone guys, as you just mentioned, who's a great leader. Hey, Dana said, we're not looking to push anyone out the door. We're not looking to move. That's not, if we're going to listen to everything, we'll listen to everything. Right. But we're not looking, he even said, we're not looking to move guys out of here.
I'm
you
with
better
you.
be.
Okay, so I'm with you. If he goes and signs for 7 years somewhere, I'm with you. I think, you know what? Break your philosophy. Go ahead. Make one exception.
Leadership.
But you
defense,
set a
postseason.
precedent. Then we can do a 7-year deal, which you've never done before. So, but you also you say, well, that's Alex Bregman. You're not Alex Bregman. That's all there is to it. And with Kyle Tucker, I don't think the fan base will. I don't know. Are you getting a reaction that they're going to be just as pissed or more pissed about Tucker walking?
I don't know. That one. I think you're going to have. I think the loudest fans are going to be pissed. I think the ones who understand team building a little bit and who are more pragmatic will understand it because it's done for a purpose of winning. Because it's inevitable that he's going to walk, and so I think it's kind of going to be split. To be honest with you, here's something else that this person said. I feel like Crane is slightly smarter than this. Altuve being the only leader is not smart. They went on to say, JV gone, Bragg's gone, there's no mentor for hitting or pitching, but the AL still kind of sucks. The Tigers haven't gotten better. Letting Correa and Springer go was kind of the right move. They both broke down. Damn. I'm not worried about the pitching. Here's one. I'm not worried about the pitching at all. I don't know why I'm not, but I'm not. If Alex goes to Boston with Cora, that will really hurt. See, I am worried about the pitching only because what guarantees do we have that these guys coming off Tommy Johns are going to be, first of all, when are they ready? Number one, and number two, do they just step right back into who they were? Because frankly, Christian Javier has not been the same guy since 22 anyway. No. So I am actually a little bit worried about pitching. We have good arms. We're not in a terrible place. I just think we're in a question mark place. I don't know where we are right now. That's all. But I'm not like, it's not like I'm not worried about arms. I am worried about arms. When are they back, and are they going to be as good?
So I listen. I'm not worried about the pitching nearly as much as I am about the lineup. The lineup is going to take a huge hit if there's no Bregman. Last year of Tucker, I mean, I don't know how you're going to produce any runs. Abreu's already gone. I mean, I don't know how you're going to produce.
We got
Jeremy Pena has been so inconsistent. Jose Altuve is another year older. Obviously, you're okay at catcher. You're okay in left field and DH. But this lineup has got a lot of holes. I think you're going to be okay. Dana Brown said the other day, I got 10 pitchers. I got 10 starters. And we'll see.
I
don't know.
Dana's fine. I'm not listening to Dana Brown right now.
Dana Brown just says stuff.
Dana does say stuff. I don't want to hear you either do stuff or there's nothing you can say that you can say you're 10 pitchers, and that's great. You do. Let's see how healthy they are. There's nothing Dana can say to make me feel better.
I would rather he goes for position players, though, this offseason.